I am super bullish on ETH. I'm looking forward to seeing 5K. I still see a lot of upside coming. Miguel, thoughts on what we're seeing with ETH and ETH? I mean, obviously you can touch on Bitcoin as well, but what are your thoughts on what we're seeing today?
So it was only a matter of time before Ethereum started to make these blow off moves. So for the simple fact that we're going to be covering soon is since the upgrade of EIP 1559, Ethereum has been burning and burning and burning and burning. And at the same time, people are getting ready for Ethereum 2.0, and they've been accumulating, and staking, accumulating, staking, locking up that ETH. There is less and less ETH. We've covered it before on the show. Ethereum has hit, I believe, a 2-year low on exchanges a couple of weeks ago, a 2-year low. People don't understand what that means. That means it is more and more difficult to find ETH. At the level that ETH is being burned right now, it's actually deflationary. EIP 1559 isn't made for Ethereum to be deflationary. It's supposed to be kind of a supply crunch, right? A supply shock kind of effect, not to make it deflationary. But so much ETH is being burned with all the volume of transactions happening on it. It is currently actually running deflationary. So therefore, meaning we are burning more ETH than what is being mined right now.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that, guys, is two things. As much as I talk trash about the meme coins, right? That and NFTs are both creating this situation on top of EIP 1559, which is what's ultimately burning those transaction fees. It set us up to put us into a position where we are ultimately taking those deflationary. What's the word I'm looking for? Deflationary. Wow, if I could talk, that would be fantastic. It's a deflationary
aspect, deflationary.
Yeah. There you go. That'll work. I don't think that's what I was looking for, but deflationary aspect of ETH, and it's actually turning it deflationary, which is freaking huge. It is huge supply and demand, and ultimately, what's happening? We have a crazy amount of demand, and the supply is getting to be less and less and less. If you guys think for 1 second that ETH isn't going to touch some wild numbers, the only way that it doesn't touch some wild numbers this year, this cycle, is if we have something absolutely black swanish happen out of nowhere.
Yeah, maybe a solar flare or something like that. But outside of that, we got a good question in the chat right now, and since we're on it, let's cover it.
Yeah.
Right? They're saying, can you explain ETH doesn't have a max supply, therefore more can be made? So we're talking about this right now, right? We're talking about it being deflationary. And yes, Ethereum does not have a max supply, so it can infinitely create Ethereum forever. And that is one of the reasons why they have created the upgrade to reduce the amount of Ethereum that exists out there by, limiting the supply at some point, creating a shock to the supply. But now there's so much transaction, so much volume happening, and so much ETH being burned that now there's more ETH being burned than being produced. So currently we are not producing enough Ethereum to keep up with the demand. Therefore, we are seeing negative numbers in Ethereum supply actually dwindling down, which is crazy.
Yeah, and ultimately, I mean, ETH was created to basically enable the developers to build and publish smart contracts, right? And dApps, right? Distributed applications. Yeah. So ultimately, this is not in a lot of aspects. You're going to look at a coin or a token, and you're going to say, "Wait a minute, unlimited supply? Nah, next." Or at least I will, right? But this actually has a purpose, and we are fighting against that. You will never hear somebody put out an argument on that, because ultimately there is a reason that it is being created, and the numbers at which is being created versus what's being burnt, and then moving over to proof of stake soon as well. Things are ultimately changing, and they're changing for the better. No doubt. Eric says, ETH FUD, I'm dumping. That's super funny.
Yeah, I just told them good luck.
Yeah, no doubt. We definitely there's no FUD going on right now. You can ultimately just see that we are running, and let's actually jump into that. This next article, 800,000 ETH burned since EIP 1559. Right,
That's
so we got
wild.
nice big picture of fire. Right, the Ethereum blockchain has burned around $3.8 billion worth of Ether, more than 800,000 ETH since the implementation of EIP 1559, which has likely contributed to the ongoing rally for the second largest crypto asset. Let me touch on this quick, right?
Yeah, quick
Yeah.
sec.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that upgrade happened in August. That was what, 3 months ago? And we've burned a
September,
3.8
October, not
billion.
even, to a little bit over 2 months ago. Right?
Yeah.
Not even.
Imagine what that's going to be like by the next bull cycle, 2025. How much ETH will be burned between now and then?
Yep. Yeah, it literally, it says August of 2021, EIP 1559, which is Ethereum Improvement Proposal, right? Which is what EIP stands for. Also called the London Hard Fork, introduced the concept of burning a portion of the gas fee for all Ethereum transactions. It was introduced to stabilize the volatility of transaction fees on Ethereum. However, it also added a deflationary mechanism, which was the word I was looking for a little bit ago,
There you go,
to its native asset, ETH. Since the implementation and for all activity on the network, more than 800,000 ETH has been burned per the latest data. This means that nearly $3 billion has been taken out of the supply. Furthermore, 9909 ETH, right? 9,909 ETH, or about 47 million, was burned just in the last 24 hours, according to ultrasound.money, a website tracking this specific metric. Notably, ETH, the second largest cryptocurrency and native token used to pay for all transactions on Ethereum, the very blockchain that underpins the majority of value locked in DeFi, decentralized finance. The sustained gas fee burn and high demand for ETH across hundreds of dApps, which is decentralized apps, support the argument that the asset has become a good store of value, or, quote, ultrasound money, according to its founder, Vitalik Buterin. EIP 1559 also became a major catalyst for ETH's rally over the last few months. Notably, the asset has been up around 59%, and it ultimately may surpass the milestone target of 5,000 within November.